Yes, we have a lot of different holidays, I would say. Okay, for example, well, we have, oh, that's very interesting. I can tell you that we also not only have birthday, but we also have something that we call names day. So every person has a birthday. My birthday is in March, but my names day is in September. So I told you that we have these names, and in the calendar, if you buy a Hungarian calendar, every day there will be different names written on it. So that day is those names day. So you get presents not only on your birthday, but also on your names day. So my names day is in September. But unfortunately, it only works with names that are in the Hungarian calendar. So unfortunately, Taiwanese names are not included. It has to be, because actually Hungary is strict with that you have a very big book of names, and you can only name your baby with an official name. There's a lot, so you can choose from a thousand. It's a very big book, but you cannot name your baby like, I don't know, Harry Potter. You know, just well, if your surname is Potter, you can, but you cannot just make up a name. You know what I mean? So since every official name is in the calendar, you will only get an official name. Of course, this doesn't count for foreigners who come to live in Hungary. Of course, they have a name, and if you have a child with someone who is foreigner, you can also use a different name. But officially, you have to have a name from the calendar.
So it's quite interesting. Okay, anyone?
I want to know what thing your job doing and what your job is doing.
What do I do in my job? Okay, well, that's a complex question. I'm a diplomat here. I'm officially the deputy representative of the Hungarian Trade Office. It's a de facto embassy. So we have the ambassador, I'm the deputy. I'm also the consul. And I'm also taking care of the cultural, educational issues. So basically, every relationship between the two countries, between Hungary and Taiwan, including the citizens. So as a consul, every Hungarian living in Taiwan is also, in a way, my responsibility. If they need a new document, they need a passport, they got an accident, they have a hospital, they die, all these things go through me. Every Taiwanese who wants to live in Hungary, go to Hungary, apply for visa, will go through me. They will apply at me as a consular officer. Every Taiwanese who has a business in Hungary, or Hungarian having a business in Taiwan will come to Taiwan, will come to my office. And as a diplomat, we have to do, of course, lots of protocolar meetings with your ministries. We keep in contact. We are basically the people who keep the contact between the two countries. So if my ministry wants to tell Taiwan something, they will tell us, and we will go and tell the ministry. The same way your ministry will tell us, and we will tell Hungary. So that's the diplomat job, connecting two countries together. And of course, as educational and cultural officer, I'm taking care of all the cultural exchange, the MOUs, the agreements, the scholarships between universities, festivals, books, films, whatever. Basically, the connections and relations between the two countries goes through us as diplomats. So it's a very hard but very rewarding and proud job to have the connection between two beautiful countries. Wanna be a diplomat one day?
So we still have two gentlemen. In the first surprise, where are you? Both of you want to ask a question. Yeah. Will be the first surprise. 奖的两个男生，另外两个男生，另外问个问题。You're the first one, so would you like to ask a question?
Now you have to.
You have to. Another one is, would you like? No. You need to be
Yes. I want to know where you met your boyfriend.
I'm sorry, what?
Where?
Where?
Yeah, where?
Where?
Where you met?
Where did I meet my husband?
Yeah.
I met him on the streets of Budapest. So, for ladies who want to meet husbands. He's a Taiwanese doctor, but he lived in the US before and also in Hungary before, but he was only as a tourist in Budapest, and he was lost with a map in his hands on the street when I met him. And I was supposed to be going to Japan, because I speak Japanese, to work 6 years ago, well, more than 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago. And well, he asked directions, and then we started talking, and then I came to Taipei instead of Japan, and that's how it went down. Yes. So, yeah, it's an interesting story. But the worst part was that once we returned to Taiwan together 6 years ago, he had to do 1 year of army. I think the gentleman here knows what I'm talking about, and the ladies also who have boyfriends in the army. That was a hard 1 year. So I'm very glad that they changed it. Now it's only 4 months, as much as I know, not 1 year, because that's a hard part. In Hungary, there is no army. It's a professional. If you want to be a military man, you can do it as a job, but it's not compulsory.
Can I know if your husband can speak Hungarian?
He speaks some, but it's a hard language.
So, if some trouble comes to both of you, how to solve the problem?
Well, we both speak
Maybe
English.
speak English.
Well, of course, he lived in the US before.
Oh,
Yeah, we speak
Yes.
English, and I do speak some Chinese, and he speaks some Hungarian, but we just usually communicate in English. So, of course, we have to communicate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, usually in English. Yes.
If I want to go to Hungary, which season should I go for the best experience?
Oh, it's a very good question. Okay, so we have 4 very distinctive seasons. So in Taiwan, I would say it's almost always summer, right? I mean, look at this, it's just summer all the time. It's almost always very hot. In Hungary, every season is very different. So we have a very hot summer. It's also very hot. It can get up to 40 degrees, but it's not humid like in Taiwan. In Taiwan, it's so humid, it feels much hotter. Hungarian heat is dry heat. So summer is lovely if you don't mind heat. And then we have autumn, which has all the colors. It's mild. The temperature would be maybe around 18 to 20 degrees. And it has beautiful colors, all the trees with the different leaves. Using, the leaves and the red and the brown, the lakes are very beautiful at that time. Springtime is also very nice. That's when, nature is, waking up. But if you ask me, my ultimate favorite time is Christmas, is winter, because Hungary has beautiful big white snow. So, and we have all these huge Christmas celebrations, Christmas festivals. So, if you go to the town, everywhere there will be Christmas markets and hot wine on the streets and Christmas trees all over the streets itself. It's just so beautiful. And I love Taiwan, but I miss Christmas so much, because European Christmas is very beautiful. So if you don't mind cold, I really suggest you to visit Hungary during Christmas time, and it will be really, really atmospheric.
travel to Hungary?
Well, the airplane ticket is not cheap. I mean, it's pretty far away, so definitely that's not the cheap part. But I would say living in Hungary is not that different from Taiwan. Food, I would say, is about the same price. And if you actually would live in Hungary, rent is much cheaper because Taipei rent is, I don't know about Taoyuan, but Taipei rent is crazy expensive. And we do not really have small apartments. I mean, usually people live in a big apartment. Oh, talking about culture shock. One of my biggest culture shock was that not every Taiwanese family has a bathtub. That's unbelievable in Hungary. Every apartment has to have a bathtub. So since the apartments are bigger in size because we have more space, it would be, I mean, it's really hard to find a size of apartment here in Taiwan that is the same size as in Hungary, and that's affordable. It's crazy expensive, the rent in Taipei. So in that regards, rent is definitely better priced in Hungary. But just to be a tourist, I would say it's very similar to Taiwan, the food prices. Of course, if you go to a good restaurant, it's going to be expensive, but you can also just go to the market and enjoy. Airplane ticket is expensive, yes.
I also want to know what's tough thing you meet during your job.
During my job, you mean living in Taiwan or exactly my job? Exactly my job. Well, I will have to try to be very diplomatic here. But, well, as you all know, Taiwan has a very interesting political situation in the international politics, and that is a challenge, I have to say. So that is something that we diplomats in Taiwan have to face, and other embassies of Hungary in other countries do not have to face. And that is hard, because you want to make connections, you want to work, but you always have to be, I'm sorry to say this, but careful. So this is not easy. So I would say the political situation of Taiwan affects, of course, the diplomats as well. That is not easy.
Anyone else?
Do you have any symbols like flowers or animals in your country?
I'm sorry, like a special. Oh, symbol. You mean an animal or flower? Well, I wouldn't call it animal or flower, but our symbol is the Holy Crown of Hungary, because that's the only crown in the whole world that on the top of, in the European countries, usually the crown has a cross because it's a Catholic country. And our cross is tilted. And that's the only crown in the world that has that. And it became a symbol of Hungary, or Holy Crown. So that's a symbol. Animal, we do have some animals that are only in Hungary. For example, we have a pig called Mongalica. It's a curly-haired pig, which I can really quickly show a picture because I just skipped through this, which has very tasty meat and it's very cute. This one, it's Mongalica. It's a curly-haired pig. And also we have very cute dogs, like, Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook founder, he has a puli that's only in Hungary. Of course he can buy it in the US, but it's a Hungarian dog. And we have a huge dog called Komondor. It's a very big dog. It's also a Hungarian breed. So there are some interesting animals in Hungary.
Taiwan
Okay, that's actually not eagle, that's called turul, and it's a mythological Hungarian bird. Yeah, you're very good, you read about history. So it looks like an eagle, but a little bit different. It's a black bird called turul. It's a mythological bird of Hungary. It doesn't exist in real life because it's in our origin legend that this bird was sacred and helped Hungary. So that is the bird in that flag. Is this your last class today? Soon you can go home, but do not forget to take the mouse pads, okay?